All right, joining us now, Professor Emeritus at Harvard Law School, Alan Dershowitz. Professor, good to see you. Chuck Schumer doesn't think he committed any crime. What say you?
Well, he certainly committed a lot of moral offenses. I mean, he supported Hamas. He supported the rapes. He supported the murders, the beheadings. He supported fire bombings. He certainly is no better than the Nazis who marched in Skokie. You know, whether or not he has a First Amendment right as a green card holder is one thing, but why should anybody support him? When they supported the right of Nazis to speak in Skokie back in 1977, when I was on the board of the National Civil Liberties Union, nobody supported the Nazis. They all said they were despicable, terrible, terrible people, but maybe they have a right to speak. People should say the same thing about Khalil. He's a despicable, horrible person. He should be kept away from his wife and his baby the way he kept Israelis away from and supported Hamas killing children, killing babies. He's not somebody who should be admired or supported. And yet too many people have not only supported his right to speak, but supported the despicable content of his speech. So he ought to be treated the way we treat Nazis. We maybe give them the right to free speech, but we certainly despise them, hate them, don't wish them well, and don't express sympathy for them, their wives, or their babies. This is not a man who deserves any sympathy. We may deserve his First Amendment protection so that we can hear him make his despicable statements. But he deserves nothing but the most utter contempt.
Professor, though, if he is indeed a national security risk, as has been implied by this administration, if he did indeed incite violence against fellow students on campus, wouldn't that be an actual crime that then takes his First Amendment rights away?
The statute is very, very unclear. He has to be convicted of a crime of moral turpitude. He hasn't been convicted. He's probably committed crimes of moral turpitude. There are two provisions of the statute. One require conviction of a crime of moral turpitude. That doesn't apply. The other is a much more general one that talks about the national security of the United States and supporting terrorism. He may also have lied on his application for a student visa or a green card when he said he doesn't support violence. He obviously does support violence. He supports the murder, the killing of Jewish babies. And for that, he ought to be held absolutely accountable and responsible. It's a close case legally. It's not at all a close case morally.
All right, we're going to have to leave it there. Professor Alan Dershowitz, always great having you. Thank you.